Okay, hopefully you got a little message that said this meeting is being recorded. Everybody got that? Okay, awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start, and it might be a little chaotic in the beginning just to kind of get going so that I get everyone in that wants to be in. But let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, and then I also need participants up, and I need the chat box up. So I'll do my best to monitor it. If I think you can unmute yourself. So let me just make sure I did check that. Yes. So if you've chatted and I'm missing it, I'm not seeing it, then please unmute, interrupt me, and I'll look over at the chat if it's necessary. Okay, so can everyone, let's see, where's the video? Okay, let me move that. What's that? Oh, there we go. Cool. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see Louis Armstrong on the screen? Got it. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure I'm in the right screen mode. So here, actually, you know what? It's supposed to have a green barrier around it. Let me try this one more time. I need screen one. I don't need the program. That's correct. Okay. I don't see the green barrier, but that's okay. And participants chat. Okay. Awesome. All right, here we go. Welcome to MUFHL 315 Jazz History. I'm your professor, Anthony Marvelli. You can email me at Marvel, like the comic book, Marvel A. It's my last name minus the last two letters, and my first initial, Anthony, at arc.losrios.edu. Most of my friends call me Tony, by the way, so if you choose to address me like that, I usually sign all my emails Prof. Marvelli. You can call me Marvelli, whatever you're comfortable with. My office, which I'm in right now, is 524 in the Music Building, and my phone number is 916-484-8021. I'm trying to keep consistent office hours across the week. It'll be online on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday at 3 o'clock, hopefully from my office, or sometimes I Zoom from home or my cell phone, depending on what I need to be doing and where I'm at. And my physical office hours are Monday. Hold on just a second. Okay, that. Helena, your device keeps unmuting randomly, so just so you know. I know. So I'm muting it, but if you can keep an eye on it, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Okay, and all right, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday's online at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, I'm here in my office, 524 from 3 to 4. And next slide. Okay, welcome to MUFHL 315 Jazz History. Today, this is what we will cover. The text, how to get it, what it looks like, grading, that entails quizzes, term project, discussions, midterm, and final. Supports, things that are helpful to you during your classes, not only my class, but all classes at ARC, and Q&A. And before I get into that, I didn't add a slide about myself, but I'm a trumpet player, as you probably got from my profile pic, but I've been playing trumpet since I was 10 years old, so that's 37 years. You can do the math. I have a bachelor's degree in jazz studies from North Texas State, and I have a master's in band conducting from American Band College. This is my second year as a full-time professor at American River College. I taught for 15 years from elementary school through high school, band mostly. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm happy to be your professor and to walk you through this really cool subject of jazz history, which is something I love. I did my bachelor's degree in jazz studies, and it's something that's I'm very passionate about. I do have my specific genres of jazz where I really focus on, but I do appreciate all jazz genres. Okay, the text. So we are using an online text through the company called Connect for Education. It's this link is good, and this is also available. I'll show you in the module section. This whole presentation is available there, as well as I'm going to record this and chop it up, and you can click around the video at any time if you have any questions. But this walkthrough is going to basically take you through how to be successful in this class. So, and I'm going to try to monitor over here, making sure I don't have texts. Okay, cool. Or sorry, chats. Okay, so you'll save money by purchasing the book directly from C4E website, which is the link here. If you're going to go through the bookstore, they're going to charge you more money. I realize that some financial aid is tied through going through our bookstore. It's fine. You can do either one. I won't be covering the exact procedure for how to get it converted from the bookstore to the I can send you specific, if you got it at the bookstore, I can send you specific instructions on how to convert it to the Canvas access code. But there is one extra step in that. Sounded like must have been an email that I got. I just want to make sure I don't lose anybody from the meeting. Okay. All right, so the text, if you click on there, it'll take you to the store, and I'll run through this. The website to the store, the online store, looks like this. And then so you'll purchase it there. I might as well click on it. Let's see what happens. Is it going to open? It's kind of opening here. Let me drag this over. Okay, so this is what the store looks like. So you would select this one, On Music Jazz, second edition. And this is also available in the syllabus, which I'll show you where that is as well when we get into Canvas. You'll do a student purchase. After you purchase the book, it's $79.99 plus tax. It'll give you a receipt. It'll give you a receipt with an access code. You won't, it's going to ask, I think they fixed it, but they may not have. It might take you to a page that says, enter your access code here. Do not do that. You do not have to do that. You don't even need an account to do this. You're going to go back to the Canvas shell and enter it there. I'm going to show you that. So let me close this out. So after you purchase the book with the access code, you'll get a receipt with the access code. It might be a digital, or it might be, if you got it at the bookstore, you might have a physical one maybe. Important, do not register the book with Connect for Education. Go back to the module section of Canvas. You're going to go into the modules, which looks like this. Hopefully everybody can see this. If you're on your phone, it might be small, but if you can view this later on a computer, you'll be able to see all of this. Go down to modules and go to class 1, Music Basics 1, and then click keyboard. That's where you're going to enter it. That's step 3 of the process of getting the text incorporated into Canvas. All right, so that looks like this. After you click there, you'll put your access code. It has to be a 14-digit access code. If your access code is not a 14-digit access code, that means you bought it at the bookstore and you need to go through one extra step to process it to get it to be correct for this. Not a big deal. It's just a little bit of a pain, extra step. All right, troubleshooting. If you, for any time during this course, if you have problems with the book, please contact the tech support. They are amazing. The downside is they're only available Friday at 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. They're on the East Coast. So it's Pacific time. It's their log out of work time at 3 p.m. our time. But they do have a lot of information on their website, which this link will take you to. Or you can email them and they'll get right back to you. They are not available on weekends, which is another thing that I will talk about. Okay, grading. Before we get into grading, I would like to run through some of that I spoke to you about. I'm still sharing my screen, right? Okay, so this is what our Canvas looks like. And I'm going to switch to student view so you see exactly what, like this should look exactly how it looks for you, hopefully. So you would click on, to get to the module section, you would click here. I have announcements that I make weekly. I'm going to try to start doing videos weekly and walk you through each week. I'll do my best with that, but this would be the first semester that I have that implemented. So if you need to see the announcements, you can see them by clicking here or clicking on the announcement at the top. We have modules is next, and modules, you can run through this whole class in just the module section. That's how I built it. I'm going to collapse all for now. So we have the course syllabus, which is going to take you through all the procedures and policies. You can find out.
I don't think we're just looking at your.
I believe your screen's froze.
Okay,
Did we just get your desktop?
Yeah, thank you for that. I think it's only sharing my. Oh, it's only sharing the desktop? Ooh. How about now? Can you see the canvas? No? Huh. Stop sharing. Let me try that one more time. Oh, maybe it's screen 2. How about that? No. Oh, wait. I don't have it up. Wow, this is clunky. Sorry about that. Let me try this. Okay, let me open another. Oh, cool. How about now? Good. Okay, there we go. All right. So you should see Canvas now. Let me, okay, the PowerPoint, yes, good, thumbs up. Okay, cool. Then Canvas. Canvas now, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, because I want to jump back and forth between the two. Okay, so for the book purchase, once you get the code, you'll go into modules. This is the course syllabus, all the information you need. There is a course quiz. One of them's worth 10 points. The other one, just check. It's a survey that says you'll abide by the learning contract. It's standard stuff in most of your classes, I believe. I do have it in a document form, a Word document, the whole syllabus. I think it's easier to click through these, but feel free to observe it how you wish. Term project we'll go over later, getting started. So you'll go down to music basics. This is where you enter your access code. And so once you put in your access code right here, this is an old access code, it won't work, but once you put your access code in here and click submit, it will be linked to your Canvas. So you won't have to do this more than once, ideally, unless there's a tech problem. But once you click on that, then it will look more like this. You'll have this sort of look. And mine's an instructor, so I might have a little extra stuff, but yeah, so it'll look more like this. And this is the book. This is the text. And this will take you through everything. So like I said, and let me bounce back to the here. And we got all the way through the text. So let's go to grading. I'm going to start from the current slide. Okay, so everybody can see the current slide, grading. Perfect. All right, so this class is made up of 5 parts. Quizzes, term project, discussions, midterm, final. Every single part of it is worth 20 points. So, so certain things might be weighted a little heavier than others. Like the discussions are going to be important. A lot of people, I think, don't think they're going to be important because there's only 8 of them and there's 14 quizzes, well, 15 with the syllabus quiz. The discussions are actually going to be a heavier weight than the quizzes. So if you miss a quiz, it's not the end of the world. But if you miss a discussion, it could be a little bit more significant to your grade. I don't have late work accepted, but I'll go through this. I do have a grace day. You get a grace period that goes into a day where you can work out tech problems. But I get this a lot. Like weeks will go by not hearing from a student, and then all of a sudden they want everything opened up for them. And I run this class as a cohort. So it's 1 week at a time. Boom, week closes. One next week, boom, that closes. So I try to keep everyone together. I've learned from my personal experience, I have left it to the student to do it how they wish, and that was a disaster. I've got many more students failing over opening up the whole semester rather than moving with me in a weekly basis. So contacting me ahead of time goes a long way. So please Try not to, you know, let the event go by and then ask, obviously there's emergencies, and I feel like I'm very willing to work with people about emergency situations. But like if you have say for instance, a trip planned out of country and you're going to have trouble completing the work, it would be much better to contact me before that date happens rather than get back from that location and then want everything changed for you. I try to keep things fair across the board for all students in the class, really try to maintain that. Oh, by the way, let me just roll back through this because I didn't really comment on it. This is Louis Armstrong. He's one of the people you'll learn about in this class. He was one of the greatest jazz trumpet players of all time. We call him Pops in the trumpet world. Like he's our kind of the father of trumpet and one of my idols. If you see my office, I have posters of Miles Davis. I also have a Dizzy Gillespie poster. These are all people I grew up idolizing as a trumpet player myself. This is John Coltrane. He's a saxophone player, one of my favorite tenor players of all time. He played a lot with Miles Davis. This is just some guy I found on the internet that had a cool picture of a piano that fit along the bottom of the screen. And then we have Victor Wooten, who has spent some time out in Sacramento. Victor Wooten is not from Sacramento, but he performs out here. He's got some family members out here. I think he's coming out to do a tour soon. Great bass player, great jazz bass player. All right, so let me take you through these 5 parts of the quiz and term project, discussions, midterm, final. So quizzes. Quizzes are located in the module section of Canvas. They're part of the book. If you just click next on the book pages, you'll get to a quiz. The quizzes, I think they're 10 questions each, and they cover the first 7 quizzes covers the first part of the, no, these are the individual quizzes. I apologize. Long day. So let me just continue on with what I had planned. There's 1 quiz due each week on Sunday. The quizzes will be accessible the following day to accommodate technical difficulties. No points. I make it due on Sunday. You get a grace day. No points are deducted. I don't deduct points. You'll get, if you can get it in on Monday, you get your 10 points if you score that high. So if you get to Sunday and you're like last minute and you don't get the quiz in, and let's say you have a technical difficulty, call the next morning, call Monday morning. If you call that company, they're very fast in getting everything righted for you. Or contact me ASAP if you have any problems, tech-wise. The term project, which I'll go in a little bit more detail when I show you on the Canvas. I used to do term papers. I used to have you write 2 term papers per term, and with the AI epidemic in higher learning, I've decided to scrap the paper thing. I know some people like writing papers, but I'm just getting so many AI papers that I think the students don't even read. That this is my answer to that, and it doesn't eliminate AI. I actually don't care if you use it anymore, but this is going to require that you at least read it and interact with the material. So, which is what I care about mostly anyways. So the term paper, the best way to learn something is to teach it. For this term project, you are going to become the professor. This project's broken up into 5 parts, and this should keep you engaged and give you enough time not to feel pressured at the end of the course. Each student will deliver a 15-minute lesson to another classmate. Before you freak out about 15 minutes, I'm going to hold your hand through this process. You will be able to do this. Everyone in here will be able to do this. So we have these 5 steps, A, B, C, D, and E. Step A is sign up with a partner, and you're going to have to, I'll show you all this when we get back into Canvas, but you'll sign up with a partner. You'll create a meeting with that partner that you're just going to Zoom with each other. It's going to be a super short meeting. All you have to do is say hello, share your screen, and then say, okay, now you, and they say, hello, I'm so-and-so, share your screen, and then you're done. You record that meeting, and then both of you send that video. It could be like a 30-second video. You're going to send that. You get 2 points for that. In B, you're going to pick an artist and you're going to write an outline about how you're going to teach about that artist. Then you'll have a couple of weeks go by and you'll have research and a slideshow. And I'm going to show you how to hold your hand, like, getting you through the slideshow creation process. So if you've never done a Google Slides or PowerPoint, don't worry. I'm going to have video tutorials. It's going to be super easy. And then you get 2 points for each of these. I think C is 4 points. And then D is 2 points. All you have to do is select a lesson date. And I have a Google form. You'll fill out the Google form. I keep looking this way because that's where you are all. I have you on my computer. I have 2 screens going. And then E is going to be delivering the lesson to your partner. So you're signed up in groups of 2. One person, you'll set a timer, 15 minutes, teach your lesson, ding, timer goes off, swap. Next person teaches for 15 minutes, ding, you take your 30-minute video. You don't have to edit it. I don't want you to split it up. I want you both to get a copy. So one person will record, then share their video with another person. If a tech problem happens, I get 2 submissions from each person. So if it works on the other partner, I could just accept that. Okay. But I want everybody to submit the video so that if there is tech, then while I'm grading, I can, I have 2 options to get that in. All right, moving on. Discussions, the discussion board. Each discussion lasts for 2 weeks. The first week is the original post. These are original ideas about the prompt. You are graded more on your opinion, so please skip the AI. I know people AI this. I can look it up and I can find AI. If it's a significant amount and I think it's egregious, I might start to change the grading on it. Second week is the response post. Respond to at least 1 other student. All discussion entries must be a minimum of 5 meaningful sentences. For response posts, please do not write, I agree with you, what you said about fill in the blank, or that's awesome. What I'm more looking for is some thought-provoking back and forth. It's supposed to mimic being in a live classroom. So please contribute your original thoughts in all posts. Grammar is not taken into consideration on the discussions. Really, nowhere in the class is it taken into consideration. So please, don't worry about the way that you write. I mean, this is supposed to mimic a face-to-face discussion. So the way that you talk, if you write like that, that's okay. Now, if some of you are really fluent in text speak, I'm not. So it'd be better to use full words if you can, but I'm not grading on grammar. All right, and here is the rubric that I use. Hopefully it's not too small. I don't know what device you're viewing this on, but this is also linked to all of the discussions. You can just click in the upper right-hand corner and see this come through your Canvas. But if you complete both the original and response post on time, you get 4 points. Basically you did everything I want. You had 5 meaningful sentences. It was your own ideas. You contributed to the conversation. 4 points. 3 points means you kind of did it, but you didn't really, the responses aren't 100%. You may not have, gotten 5 sentences altogether. 2 points if you did both, but you're kind of way off. You didn't stay on topic. You didn't demonstrate that you did compliments instead of, adding to the conversation. 1 point, you totally phoned it in. You told me what you had for dinner last night, didn't address anything. You wrote 1 sentence or something. You did something, okay? So if you write a sentence, any sentence at all, I'll give you 1 point, but that's only 25% of the assignment. So just remember that. And then if you don't do it at all, it says the students failed to complete any part of the discussion, but really what I meant was you didn't turn in anything. When I look at it to grade it, there's no submission for you. 0 points for that, okay? Or complete blatant AI use might get a 0. All right. Like I said, it's on your opinions. So I'm not really parsing through. It's not like, oh, you don't know enough, so you don't get the full credit. I want to know what you think more than the right answer. Okay, the midterm's going to be open on Monday, February 26th. It's going to close on March 4th. I think Monday, March 4th. Yeah, so technically it's due on Sunday, March 3rd, but I gave you that grace day for any kind of technical difficulties you might be facing. So once you begin the midterm, you have 2 hours to complete it. Although technically, I already covered that. You will not be penalized for any late work in that grace period day, that one day. Okay, the midterm covers only the classes 1 through 12. So you get to the midterm, all the stuff is only on that. The final only covers the back half of the class. So it's not a comprehensive final. It's only for the second half. So the final opens up on Thursday, May 9th, and it closes. You get a whole week. But once you start it, you can't stop and go do something and come back tomorrow. Once you start it, you got 2 hours to complete it, which should be enough. I think it's 50 questions. Most of them are multiple choice, like almost all of them are, or the bulk of them. And then there's no grace period for the final. That's the last day of class. So I'm thinking you should be able, you've already gone through the routine. I don't feel like we need a grace period. If you need a grace period, then make your final due on Wednesday to give yourself an extra day. And the final, like I said, final only covers classes 14 through 29, nothing from 1 through 13 or 12, 1 through 12. Okay, supports. This is all available in the syllabus, but I would send you to Homebase first because that is your key. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Homebase. It's our new relatively new program. It basically takes every support that we have at ARC and compiles it into one hub where students can go. It's a physical office on campus, but you can also reach out to them digitally. There's peer mentors there, counselors, faculty, student support specialists. It's a team of people that are trying to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful. I usually send people there first that are having trouble that I can't solve. And then there's specific breakdowns, but these things would all be accessible through Homebase. Financial aid, grading systems, and these are not my grading system, it's the bulk grading system across campus. Registration issues, DSPS, if anyone in here has DSPS modifications, please email me those as soon as you can. And then that's the access to their website. Student services, there's the information for that. I'm ripping through this pretty quickly because this is all available through the syllabus, but it's also, you're going to have access to this document as well. Tutoring center, technical support, yeah, all the tutoring and technical, and then veterans resources, withdrawals. Withdrawals, I should say withdraw. Well, I guess it's the same. Anyways, so if you're worried about failing, then check out the academic calendar about W's or F's. For more information, they have the Student Support Services and Resource webpage. This, by the way, is the Dave Brubeck Quartet posing for the camera. Really great group in the 60s, I believe, which we'll get to. Okay, we're going to do question and answer, but before we do that, I would just like to kind of show you in the Canvas side some of that stuff. All right, so you can go through here. Now I placed, so we have this course syllabus, term project. Oh, I didn't, did I place it through? Oh, I did place it through, that's where they were. I thought they were missing. This is the whole term project, but I also have them kind of parsed out in the sort of the calendar of events. So you could read this first, and that gives you an overall view. That's what we went over. And you can click on these links to take you to the next section. So this is part A, and you'll sign up on a group sign-up sheet. This is in the term project. So you can edit this. You'll click here, edit, and then you'll put your name in and just start signing up. just start signing up there, and then somebody else sign up in artist 2. And so whoever you pick, this is so you both can know. So maybe you don't want to pick the same artist. It'll be more interesting if you don't. If somebody else, like say somebody picks the artist here and then you wanted that artist, you can pick it if you're not with that partner. Like that'll be fine. I don't care if the artists are redone. I just think it'll be much more interesting if you don't both do the same artist. And then if you click these links here, it'll take you back. Like so week 3, you'll go back to this, and then you have some other steps to do. If you've clicked here from week 6, you can click here and it'll take you back to your instructions for week 6. So those are kind of the outline of that. Let me go back to modules. So that's the course syllabus, that's the term project, and then we get into the book stuff. So this is the book. And then I have the projects, like this would be around that week, you would do that. Project A, and I'll put out each week you're going to get a video from me and an announcement saying like, here's where we're at, this is what we're doing. It might just be a video, but it'll be through the announcement section. Then the midterm is in there. Midterm is class 13. They're kind of in classes, like you would be attending classes live. Let me roll down here. Project E is where you teach, and then final, that's your final. And then class resource, here's where I'm going to post like our class resources, like videos that I do. This tutorial is in there. The PowerPoint is in there. You can go through the module section and you'll get everything you need in the class except for the discussions. I didn't put the discussions in the modules, so you would have to go down to modules to hit the discussions. I'm going to pin each discussion up at the top when it's due. It's 2 weeks long. The due date, this is a sticky point. People are going to complain like, well, my original post is due this first week. I can't separate it without making it 2 different items, and I don't want to do that. So just know that your original post is expected to be in the first week. If you're a little late on that, I'm going to be okay with that. But please don't do both submissions the second week late in the second week. If it happens once, it's okay. But if it's habitual, I'm going to start knocking off points for it. Okay. I mean, I want to work with your schedules, but the idea is 1 post per week. One's an original, then a response. We move on to discussion 2. So those are the discussions. You can also see the whole class right here in assignments. Now, I know most professors don't leave this open to students, but I did. And I think some students like this. So if this freaks you out, don't go to it. But so you'll need the modules and discussions if you don't come here. But if you're a person just likes to see the whole in its entirety, you can come here. Discussions are here, quizzes are here, term project, midterm, final. This is going to relate directly to your grades when you go into gradebook. I don't want to click on gradebook because there might be somebody who did a grade. I don't want you to see it. But you can see all the grades in the gradebook, how I have it laid out there. But you can get all your discussions here. They're not all open. They open and close, not available until, not available until. But you can jump on here right away, get your discussions done. Here's the quizzes. It's got the learning contract quiz as well, and the syllabus quiz, learning contract syllabus quiz, and then all the section quizzes. Now these are, I made them available on this end, but they may not be available in the book until the week is due, all right? And the reason I did that is because I want you to have your old quizzes to study for the midterm and the final, if you want it, which is something that the book company is new to. Like I contacted them and I was like, can the students access their old quizzes? And they were like, no. And I was like, that's not good. And so I said, I want my students to be able to see their old quizzes. So all the questions come from the same bank. So, I mean, you'll have the answers there. I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper. I just want you to learn about jazz history. All right, so those are the quizzes, and those are like the chapter quizzes, and that's worth 20%. All of these are worth 20. The term project is all there, which we went through. The midterm is here, and the final is here. So you can access the entire course from this page as well, the assignments. or you can follow along the modules, which is sort of in chronological order. With the exception of the discussions, you'll have to click on discussions. All right, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Wait, I just thought of something when I was kind of looking through there. The assignments, what was I going to say? Oh, maybe it was about the having access. So it does open and close weekly for the most part. So just be aware of that. All right, cool. Let me go back to here. And if you have any questions, or you can stick around after this meeting is over and ask if it's a private question. But what are your public questions that can go on the recording, if you have any? You can either unmute or, oh, let me make sure my, oh, I do see some chat. Okay, having a hard time hearing. Okay, I'm sorry, but I will make this video available later. So maybe it'll be better when I put it into YouTube. And if not, just contact me and we can do another Zoom meeting just with the two of us. My screen is stuck on your home screen. I think that was the old thing, right? Okay. And then there are opportunities for extra credit, attending an ARC jazz concert. No, I don't do extra credit. You're not going to need it. I promise you won't need it if you just stay current with the classes. The reason why I don't offer extra credit is because I want you to learn the material that's presented here. I don't want to do an alternative to the material that's here. I really want you to learn the content that we've put together for this course. Are there any other questions about the course? There must have been something I missed or didn't cover.
For the group project on the final, we're picking our own partners?
Yeah, so, okay, yes, actually, I did a survey last semester. This is the second semester I ran it. The last semester I ran the term project, I just kind of threw it out there all in one. It was, I expect all these things, and I gave a date. And one of the things that I thought about, like people were having trouble technical wise, some people were waiting to be put into a group. I wanted students to choose their own groups. I mean, I know you don't know everybody in the class, and you probably won't get to know everybody in the class, but start with putting your name in the thing and then sign up next to somebody. So, and this way, if you look and go, hey, I'm partners with you, but we picked the same artist, maybe swap with another group, or it can be malleable. I don't want to force anybody into the group. So if they choose not to do this assignment, maybe they're getting A's across the board and they don't want to do the term project and it's 20% and they'll take a C in the class. I mean, that's not, I'm not going to try to force anybody to do this. I would like you to attempt it. I think it's achievable. The good thing that I did for your class is that I've separated the project out. So I have these little waypoints, and I'm really going to have each part of those waypoints is going to have a really thorough explanation of what to do. So I don't think you're going to have trouble with it at all. But yes, to answer your question, sorry I was so long-winded, you can sign up for a partner on your own. You pick your own partner. All right. Are there any other, I'll give like 15 seconds or so for a final question. Okay. All right, cool. So I think I answered all the questions. So this is my cover slide again that I put at the end. My office hours, don't worry, this is all accessible from the Canvas if you missed anything. I'm going to stop the recording. Actually, let me stop sharing and I'm going to stop the recording and then I'll let you know